Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. So last year I made a video talking about how I was really excited for finally an open world Adventure Time game. That game is Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion, and it has since been released a couple of weeks ago. On July 17th it came out. I actually picked it up. I picked up a copy of the game for my Nintendo Switch, and immediately when I got it, the first thing I wondered was, is this game compatible with my Pro Controller? Because the Ben 10 game that was also made by Outright Games, the people who are making this Adventure Time game, it wasn't compatible with the Pro Controller, the Ben 10 game. And so I was hoping that the Adventure Time game would be, and it was, which I'm happy to see and happy to find out about. This game's also, Bandai Namco is somehow involved in this game. I don't know how, really, because their name's not on the back of the cover. If you look on the Wikipedia page, they don't talk about it, but if you go on their website, they have it there, and I remember reading something saying that they were involved somehow in the game. I don't know to what extent they were involved in it, but they were involved in some way. Anyways, the game itself, how is it? Honestly, I don't like it that much. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the game. First off, I remember when they announced the game, I was excited, like, wow, a 3D open world Adventure Time game. That's awesome. Then when I found out Adventure Time's flooded, I'm like, well, that's kind of a bummer, because I want to explore the land of, I don't want to sail the high seas like in Zelda Wind Waker. But it is what it is. I'm like, I'll look past that, and I'll just try the game and see what it has to offer. So I tried the game. It's a weird mix of many different things. Like I said, the game is like Wind Waker in that you travel the high seas, but then there's detective elements to the game which don't work very well. There's a spin wheel, basically, where there's like an angry Finn and a nice Finn, an angry Jake and a nice Jake, and you have to press A to time it right to do the investigation. And the investigations, honestly, in my opinion, are very, very boring. Then combat-wise, the game is like it's a turn-based combat, which I'm surprised to see in this game. I would have liked to see something where you run around fighting people like in Breath of the Wild. Obviously not to the extent of Breath of the Wild, because I'm sure that this game doesn't have anywhere close of a budget as to what Breath of the Wild had when it was coming out. But still, turn-based combat, whatever. Okay, I'll look past that. Let me see how it plays. It doesn't play that well. How it works, basically, is that Finn and Jake have, and Marceline and whoever else you get on your team, they have like you can go in their back to heal them. They have like a block, they have an attack, they have a special attack, and then they have sometimes a runaway icon. The thing is, though, is that's all fine, but it's just that it plays really slow. It's just not entertaining, honestly. I played a couple of hours of the game hoping that it would pick up and get better, but honestly, it didn't. So I'm not a fan of the game. Story-wise, the game apparently, like, something happened with Ice King and he melts the Ice Kingdom. That's how it gets flooded. I don't know why he melted it, trying to figure out what happened. But I didn't finish the game, so I have no idea why it happened, but that's the basic plot. They're trying to find Princess Bubblegum, and that's what I'm up to, and I just stopped playing. You have to fight Fern, who has a ridiculous amount of HP, and that's actually why I stopped playing. Because I think Fern's HP is like over 2,000, and I'm just like, yeah, there's no way I'm doing this, because HP that you have as your character is like 400, and Fern has over 2,000 with other characters supporting him, so you die in like 5 seconds. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I haven't played that since then. And other than that, the game has some glitches in it. I remember that I was riding, you could turn Jake into a motorcycle, which is kind of weird, and you can ride on him, and it really reminded me of the Master Cycle Zero from Breath of the Wild. I feel like pretty much the majority of this game is just inspired by different Zelda games, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so I was using Motorcycle Jake, and I'm just like riding down this path, just going down this path, and then all of a sudden I go through the path. Like, literally, I'm like a ghost, and I go below the path, and I'm all of a sudden in the ocean, and die. I was just like, what? That's a glitch. And Not to mention, there are other glitches in the game, but the game takes forever to load. Literally, I put my Switch, when I first open the game up, it loads quickly. Then I press, would you like to continue your story? I press continue. And then literally, I put my Switch down for 2 minutes, come back, and it's still loading. And I'm just like, this is insane. This is like this is like one of the older titles, like the first titles to come out on the 360. This is like if you had GTA 5 on the 360. It is insane how long it takes to load. Then when you when you trigger a battle in game, that takes like 30 seconds to 45 seconds to load. And I'm just like, it's just, the game is just way too slow. It takes too long to load. The combat's not interesting. I cannot finish the game. Overall, it's not a good game. I do not recommend picking it up. And honestly, I don't recommend picking up any Cartoon Network game at this point, because honestly, none of them have been good recently. I haven't tried the Adventure Time one or OKKO one, but the ones by Outright Games, not good. The Ben 10 reboot game, not good. This Adventure Time game, also not good. Anyways, let me know in the comments section below if you actually picked up this game. If you did, tell me if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.